What is happening, Magnusites? So I've been asked to check this out. I try to always give the people what they want. I was getting ready to get into bed, but I saw that people were asking for this. Are you ready? Let's check this out.
My name is Michaelah Montgomery. A lot of you guys know me as the girl from Chick-fil-A, but I am so much more than that.
Okay.
Not only do I serve as the CEO of Conserve the Culture, I am also the state director for Blexit down here in Georgia. I'm a Fulton County coordinator for America First Works, and I'm also launching a podcast on the Patriots Prayer Network, so put some respect on my name. Now, why don't we jump right into it? See, as a young single mother, I can tell y'all that rent is too damn high. I can tell you that as a young black voter, groceries are too damn high. And as an American citizen, period, seniors like my parents should never have to choose between medicine or food. It should never be the quality of life versus the quantity of life. And I don't want to hear, oh, but we capped the price of insulin and lowered the price of all these medicines. Yeah, but you raised the price of everything else, so it's about time to start telling the truth to Americans and let them know exactly what they're signing up for if they want to vote for Kamala Harris. We need to vote based on facts and not feelings. See, under Harris and Biden, the average Georgia
I guess she watches Ben Shapiro.
household is losing $1,060 per month, and inflation is at 21.4%. And due to the war on energy, average gas prices have reached record highs for the state. We also did a poll, and 80% of us black Americans are not happy with the current state of the economy, so I'm going to need 80% of y'all to vote accordingly in November.
I do remember the economy being better when Trump was in office. I do remember that. Believe that's when I refinanced my house. Got such an amazingly low rate, I was shocked.
They love me, they really love me.
She's extra.
The left wants you to get in your feelings about things that have been said, but I want you guys to pay attention to what has been done. They don't want to talk policy. They just want to use propaganda to steal your vote. The left is trying to tout this woman as a savior for the black community, but all she's done is hurt the black community since she came into the game. See, the first step in destroying the black community is to dismantle the black family. So aside from her record as a prosecutor, why don't we ask Mrs. Willie Brown if Kamala Harris cares about black families?
I don't know who that is, but I feel like I may have heard something in passing. Something sounds familiar about this. By the way, I did see a few things with Judge Joe Brown talking about her today. Several videos with him talking about her. Man, Judge Joe Brown does not hold back. I suggest you guys check it out. All you gotta do is look up Judge Joe Brown, Kamala Harris.
I wonder if Mrs. Willie Brown, a black woman, is also with her.
Those must revolve around some scandal.
A few days ago, President Trump said he didn't know Vice President Harris was a black woman. I'm trying to figure out what all the outrage is about because she's only black when it's time to get elected.
I saw a few things that said that her dad says that he's Indian and Irish, but he's Jamaican. That doesn't make him black. People be like, her dad's Jamaican. What do you mean she's not black? Listen, if I was born in Russia, that'd make me a black Russian. But guess what? It don't make me white. So you could say, Tyrone, what are you talking about? Tyrone Magnus ain't white. He Russian. I remember when I was talking about Anderson Silva one time, talking about him as a black man. They were like, he's not black, he's Brazilian. Another example, y'all. Did you know that if you go to Puerto Rico, you will find people that look like me, that look like J-Lo, and look like Tucker Carlson? Okay? 3 different looks, all Puerto Rican. White Hispanic, black Hispanic, and native Hispanic, tell you too, brown, really, brown Hispanic. I'm telling you, when you're from a mixed race people, so what I'm telling y'all is, look, okay, if you got the African blood, okay, you gonna be black, all right, but you can't say you black if, like, Indians consider themselves brown, okay, and they're Asian also. They're brown Asians, okay? But they're not black. Like, you know what I mean? Now, we could get into specifics. There are some Indians. You go there. I've seen Indians, as a matter of fact, darker than me. But that's not what I'm talking about right now. I saw a ton of stuff. This one person put together this whole compilation of all these different videos where she was claiming nothing but Indian. And I was like, Now all of a sudden, election time. You come on now. You know what I mean? Now look, when I run across stuff to call Trump out about, I have. So don't say that I haven't, and don't lie. So, you know.
Did I lie? The same black people who are mad at Trump for being confused about her race, ethnicity, nationality, whatever, are seemingly forgetting that while you're touting her as a savior for black people, she identifies as an Asian woman. She chose her side and it wasn't ours. When asked if she would ever do anything specifically for black people, she said no. Whereas Trump gave us the Platinum Plan, which specifically uplifted the black community by increasing capital by almost $500 billion, creating 500,000 new black businesses, and would give black churches the ability to fight for federal resources for their communities. And why are we acting like strong borders aren't a thing literally everywhere else in the world? Since when has being patriotic been a crime? See, a few weeks ago at the debate, Trump mentioned black jobs. And
she's way too loud. This is reminding me of Diamond and Silk almost. I'm not saying she's not speaking facts. I'm just saying this is, it's a little extra.
People got in an uproar as if they didn't know what he meant. Well, we go to the polls.
Let me know if you want me to watch the Amber Rose speech. A few people have asked me to, but just like maybe I'll put up a poll and ask you.
We cast our black vote. We go to the stores and spend our black dollar. We live in our black community, but for whatever reason, we draw the line at a black job. Oh, but wait, because if you're wondering what a black job is, please, I encourage you all to drive through Atlanta at all these beautiful black-owned businesses and check and see who works there. Probably a black person working for a black entrepreneur, recycling the black dollar, creating black generational wealth.
By the way, I told you that this whole black job thing would offend people. And I think that he should have just said that these illegal immigrants would be taking the jobs of all Americans. Because that's what they're doing. It's anything that they can do under the table and will do cheaper. And so what's irritating me about this too is that we have to think about the people that are actually hiring them. What about these American business owners that are hiring illegals? They shouldn't be. It shouldn't be about that bottom line. You shouldn't be participating. It's got to be illegal to hire illegal immigrants. However, I don't even know that. I just thought about that right there. I've never even looked that up to see if it was illegal to hire an illegal immigrant to work for you? I don't know. And the reason why I say that is, well, if apparently whoever's hiring them aren't so pro-American, they're just worried about that bottom line. And the bottom line is not always what matters. You got what I'm saying? It's like they're taking black jobs, Hispanic jobs, they're taking union jobs. In other words, black, Hispanic, and white. But everybody works for unions. There are a bunch of different colors work for unions. But my whole thing is, why are they giving them these jobs? Let's call out the people giving them these jobs, because they shouldn't be giving them these jobs. They should be giving these jobs to legal citizens.
If they come here illegally and they're taking your jobs and your resources, then please believe my cousins in the Appalachians, they're coming for you too. And y'all know Kamala Harris has yet to say Laken Riley's name. As border czar, she opened the border to millions of illegal immigrants that have flooded American streets with deadly drugs and gangs that have spiked overdoses by over 124% and brought more crime into minority communities. So how's that for black folks? But let's take race out of it. Just as a woman, period. How can you...
Someone that wrote in the comments section there said something about the reason why they're taking black jobs and Hispanic jobs is because they're putting them up in areas where minorities live. So they're putting them up in areas where minorities live. So whose jobs you think they taking? And I was like, oh, interesting. They're busting them into minority areas.
You be a champion for women's rights when you're taking away opportunities from biological women and giving them to transgendered ones.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
See, how can you promote equity for women and you're allowing men to play in women's sports? And what kind of feminist would still allow men to enter their sacred spaces, i.e. our bathrooms and school locker rooms? Do I even need to mention the opening ceremony at the Olympics? Or the fact that Angela Carini was forced to fight a man and told us that she's never been punched so hard in her life.
I was waiting for that to come up. I was waiting. As soon as she said Olympics, I was like, boxing in 3, 2, 1. Here's my thing with the bathroom thing. I think that if they're going to do it that way, either you make a third bathroom, or as long as you've had the process done, then you may enter. And you know what I mean about this process. Bottom surgery. Finalized.
Do not allow dangerous liberals who think things like this are okay into the White House. Because my daughter will not be fighting a man at her wrestling match. What I think both men and women can agree on is that national security is important. So who would y'all rather see lead us into war if it were so to happen? My still-pressed sister Kamala or the big dog Donald Trump?
I often think about that bathroom one. Finalize the bottom surgery, or jury's out on that one, but or if you seriously pass, I'm going to assume that the majority of people that are trans are not perverts. You got what I'm saying? Just saying that they're, just to get in the bathroom. So if you pass, or if you've got bad and bottom surgery, I think that's cool. Or they should also make a, because they have genderless bathrooms. I've seen them. There's men and women's bathrooms, so anybody can go in. I've seen those before. So Let me think more on that one.
And lastly, I could not get up here without mentioning my farmers, the backbone of this country. And aside from the Biden-Harris administration hurting you guys in ways we can't even comprehend by the rising cost of everything, Black farmers suffered even more due to the delays associated with the Inflation Reduction Act signed in 2022. Now, don't let the Biden-Harris administration fool you, because they waited until the 9th hour to sign off on disbursements as a last-minute attempt to garner support. But why would they hurt the agricultural industry? Probably because they're looking forward to making more money in the pharmaceutical one.
By the way, I saw a video today of Trump saying he didn't know what the hell Project 2025 was. He wasn't a part of it, and he didn't want to be a part of it. I did see that today. So for all you that keep saying Project 2025, I saw that today. Yeah.
And speaking of pharmaceuticals, because I promise I'm going to wrap this up, when they bring up abortion and they talk about protecting your medical freedoms, don't be afraid to mention COVID. The Biden-Harris administration forced Americans to take an experimental vaccine and took away their jobs, their livelihoods, and their freedoms if they refused. Trump gave us a choice and Biden gave us a mandate. Hey, y'all, because I'm about to kill him with this one. So the next time the left wants to tell you that, hey, abortion is a right and you need to protect your medical freedoms.
Do I have to say how I feel about abortion every time? See, I could never vote for Kamala Harris because she's for killing our unborn children. I could never vote for anyone that believes that something so inhuman, insensitive, unempathetic, inhumane, so evil that they think that that's okay. It's just a right you have to murder your unborn children. It amazes me till this day some of the things that people can be brainwashed or coerced into believing is okay. There's been several things over time. Hey, at one time, people thought that my people were just animals. Okay? We're not. We're humans. And we were the first humans on this planet. So, you know, it's just amazing what people can be made to think. You know what I mean? So, yeah. And man, I got some people that are friends of mine on Instagram. Every once in a while, I'll see something where someone's fighting for the right for abortion. I'm just like, Jesus. Like this one chick that I know. It's just so hard for me to believe that you can think that that's okay. I want to know the state of mind you have to be in, or what can make you go against your natural female nurturing tendencies. How much does it have to be drilled? How does it need to be taught in order to twist your mind into thinking that that's okay? I just don't get it. I really don't. I guess you tell a lie that's big enough, long enough, anyone will believe it. And that could be one of those things. You just, just countries where certain other things are, okay, and I would never say that they were okay, so.
Remember that they took those freedoms away from men and women the second they got in office, and there's nothing stopping them from doing it again. Clock it. So lastly, again, I'm going to encourage you all to vote based on the facts and not feelings. Oh, he made me feel so bad when he said that. Okay, but they hurt your families when they sent all your tax dollars overseas. Oh, it hurts my feelings when he acts like that. Okay, but it hurts all of us when you see an administration failing their country that they were elected to represent. In which case, I'm going to leave y'all with, hey, mama, daddy, I made it.
Good Lord.
here so we can all say, hey, Amaya in unison, because she's the real superstar, y'all.
I'm sure she is. Look, she's real loud and she's real extra. But she told a lot of truth. Don't ask me to watch her again if she has another speech. I don't like all that loud extra stuff. Okay, so you got my thoughts on that. Hope you enjoyed my reaction. Hit the like button, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you in the next video. 10 million subscribers. Woo!